Self-service is all that our politicians are interested in, not Samaj Seva. Enough is enough. That is the message, overwhelming, that is resonating today across the country. India has drawn the line from Sansad to the streets. India is putting its foot down and saying no more debate. Unprecedented protests are taking place pan-India. The demand is the same. Convicts must hang within a time frame. A person accused of rape must be tried within a time frame. The time frame that is being set is just 180 days. That's the demand. From the commencement of the trial to the sentence, it should only be 6 months. And there's a reason, viewers, there's a very good reason for it. And we have got statistics and hard facts for you to view. For years altogether, trials continue. Even Nirbhayas, transgressors today, have not been dealt the death penalty, even though it has been awarded. What is anyone waiting for? You have a situation where the number of police officials who were to be recruited to ensure safety have not been recruited, viewers. Not been recruited. There is a graphic that we put together for you, and you look at the reality and you look at the demand. India says no more. The death penalty for rapists is the demand. Convicts hang for rape and murder 1 in 5 years only. 1 in 5 years only. Death sentence for rape and murder only 43. Horrible, atrocious crimes. There are more facts. Conviction within 6 months, 133,000 pending cases of rape. No wonder, viewers, no one cares. They think nothing will happen to them. 133,000 transgressors out there who keep repeating. Let's go back to those graphics. Who keep repeating the offense because they know they will never be brought to book. We are supposed to have 180 policemen per 1 lakh Indians. What do we have? 135 policemen. UN recommended 222. We are not even international standards, let alone what is recommended and sanctioned in our country. This is the state of affairs. Who is blocking? Who is blocking security? Who is blocking deterrence? That's the question, and I want to ask it tonight. Let's go straight across to Advaita Kala and Arjun Sharon, lawyer. Advaita Kala, many people today are saying that a hysteria, a frenzy has been unleashed. People have lost a sense of perspective and proportion. How do you respond to those people?
It's absolute bunkum. And God forbid this visits on anyone's family or on anyone who is close to them. It's an absolute atrocity that we have been living with, that we've been living with for decades, in fact, since time immemorial. And the fact that we are not able to take a decisive step in terms of handling the issue of rape, the culture of rape in our country, says a lot about us as a society in general, as a political class that does not find enough time to debate female security, but finds all the time in the world to debate the security of the Gandhis. It's a commentary on our political class as well, and the people who we put in office and put in those positions in power to protect us and safeguard our necessities.
So you're saying your demands are reasonable?
I think overall it's a shameful moment.
Your demands are reasonable. This is not hysteria. This is not jingoism. It's a considered demand after seeing the facts and the state of affairs. Is that what you're saying? Advaita Kala.
Absolutely, and I think it is something that we cannot escape anymore. Okay. It is something that we have to look straight in the eye of it as an issue that is dominating the lives of millions and millions of women and children in this country, and there's no space to look the other way.
Arjun Sharon, what's the problem? What's the problem with this?
I think The problem is that we are dealing with a situation where we have a broken police system, we have a broken judiciary, and we have a broken administrative system. As you rightly said, we need multiple times the number of people who have been currently recruited. The Law Commission itself says we need 3 times number of judges just to take care of the current areas.
Do you support the setting of a time frame? 6 months. 6 months from offense to conviction. Hanging by death. Do you support it? Yes, no. Simple answer.
Rahul, there are 2 things to it. One, I support a time frame to be set, but I have seen in my life as a litigator that no time frame, not a single act, maybe POCSO, maybe SC/ST Act, the judges are so overburdened, the police is so overburdened that they are not able to follow the time frame. And I have seen judges tell me, High Court judges tell me that, you know, what can we do? The Parliament has made such a wonderful law, but we just don't have the numbers, just don't have the infrastructure. Okay. The second issue is of death penalty. You must realize that death penalty is already provided for certain rape offences in view of the J.S. Verma committee report.
So we don't need to do anything different.
At the same time,
Nupur Sharma, he says we don't need to do anything different. No. We don't require the death penalty.
I'll tell you the reason.
Per force.
I don't really agree with that.
You don't agree with that. Why don't you agree with it?
Because,
if you give death penalty,
if there was no need, allow me, Arjun, I have debated with you last night as well. Please, the question is to me. If yes, there was no requirement of death penalty or sending somebody to the gallows, then the Supreme Court wouldn't have given the landmark judgment in the Nirbhaya case. The stress of the former Chief Justice of India, then the second courtroom 2 number judge, Justice Deepak Mishra, the stress that he asserted again and again on the factor of mental depravity and the no fear factor from the law or the policing or anything was actually the basis of giving that judgment out. And you need to understand, I'm sure more than you, me or anybody sitting on this panel, they were capable of giving out this judgment. The only issue is that today we are actually standing at the threshold of having a discussion or deliberation. I clearly remember in April 2018 when capital punishment or under POCSO amendment was brought in. You remember how many people actually spoke against it? It was through a cabinet decision that amendment was brought in to introduce capital punishment for rape of a girl younger than 12 and of a rape a girl between 12 to 16, increasing the punishment from 10 to 20 years or life imprisonment. Do you remember the kind of protestation and the kind of opposition?
But who's stopping this? Where is it a mindset problem? What is it? Who takes responsibility for not?
But the issue is, like I said last night, who do you pin the blame on? The framers of our Constitution of India or the procedures that we follow? Because the fact
how about the implementers? The political class that is supposed to...
I'm going to answer this. Dhananjay Chattopadhyay was the first and only person sent to the gallows in 2004 in the 21st century for a rape offence. Since then, there are multiple capital punishment mercy petitions pending. So either we do away with mercy petition altogether, either we amend the law, as the Defence Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, also said, we are ready to amend the law as much as required. But is that the solution?
Okay, is that the solution?
That is a resolution, not the solution.
Okay, viewers, this agitation is going to continue till someone doesn't provide the legal edifice to deliver justice in a timely manner. India's had enough. They are not going to tolerate more outrages. We're at a tipping point, and it is for the political class to wake up and take note. It's for the police to wake up and take note. It's for the courts now to begin to wake up and take note. Otherwise, we're going to have a situation where 50% of our population will lose faith. And that has serious consequences, viewers. I want to move on.